Hello YouTube and welcome to not necessarily a let's play but just sort of a fish tries I suppose of Godus, which is a game by made by 22 Cans, led by Peter Molyneux, inspired by all of Peter Molyneux's older games like Populace and Black and White. And this is a game of where you're a god in charge of your people, and this is the beta that's just been released. I got a key because I backed it on Kickstarter last year, I think, and I think you can get it on Steam for £15. It's still in beta, and apparently it's now about 40% done. So anything you see here is not even the full game. But in terms of progress, I have been playing this a bit. As you can see, for some reason Fraps is making my scroll speed go really slowly. I started like here, like one of these was like my first house that I built, but then I got my followers just build loads, and then we started on this beach. And I believe, at least for the beta, everyone gets the same map. So if you watch any other videos, or you've seen any other videos already of Godus, it'll be everyone like starting on this island and building off this way. And it works by using your mouse, your cursor, to manipulate the land. You can pull and pick at the land and move it around to create space for your followers to build. But yeah, the game runs a lot less smoothly with the fraps going on. Like normally the scroll speed is a lot better than this. But this is like my my civilization so far. I'm at 1296 population, which are generated by the houses. And I should probably show you what each of the houses, what each of the things means. Let's just go down to this house. They've got pinkish purple bubbles that float above them, which is your belief, which you can see here, which allows you to use special abilities. And it just generates it over time. Like if I right click, it shows full, whereas if I go to here, it'll take 34 minutes for that to generate, which is actually quite a long time. The better the houses, the longer they take to generate. But something I built here a short while before recording was a settlement, which turned this into a central town square which connects all these houses. So I can just click this and collect all of the belief from all of these things. And I think I'll save up my belief now to build another settlement, because that is good, because otherwise you have to just micromanage your clicks by just clicking around on all of your houses. And obviously, as you can see, the bigger ones, 138, 170 from this one. But if we go all the way back to some of my like rubbish little starting houses, you get 15, 60, and they're obviously structures of different sizes. Size 1 and 2 are all I've unlocked for the moment, but that's perfectly alright. Okay, so I've now got enough belief to create a new settlement. The initial cost was 5,000, now it's 7,500, and I'll just build a settlement up here somewhere. If I hold down right click on here, I can see the range that this has. So I don't really want those to overlap. So I think I will just make a settlement up here, over here. And there you go. So now you're going to see slowly these roads are just going to sort of creep in. Now, the way you produce followers is they're automatically produced by these houses, but then you have to click the ones with the flags to actually send them out. And they'll just go and build on these plots that I've prepared for them. As you can see, quite cute little detailed models, like certainly not like the original Black and White, which I do plan on someday probably doing a let's play of, because it is in my top 5 favourite games of all time. I plan to do all of my top 5 favourites at some point or another. But yeah, so they're building this type of house. And now I can get that collected belief from the town centre. So up here, obviously you've got your population, and then there's the next population threshold where you can unlock like a new potential technology. But here's the book manual thing that shows you what's going on. Like if I go back all the way to the first page, so this scrapbook describes what it is. You start with just 2 people, and you need to collect advanced cards and get enough resources for them to progress forward in these ages. So I'm still actually right at the start with just the primitive age and the establishment period, which then progresses to the growth, expansion, and conquest. And I believe, based on the email I got with the beta key, you can only get up to the philosophical age in this beta at the moment. But as you said, it's about 40%, and then there's all these other ages. And I'm really excited to be seeing what these other things are, like industrial, scientific. It's really like Civilization, and I love that. Which I am still working on the Steam Summer Sale Aftermath video for. I did actually get some commandments when I eventually got this, which was a commandments faith card. So have watched you over the development of their civilization, and started turning your actions and behavior into rules to live by. So apparently this is what I've kind of told them to do. So the progress of civilization is sinful, which I don't like. I don't know if I could get rid of that, because I really do want to progress. The holiest land to settle upon is that of deserts and shores. Well, that's because I started on the beach. And trees must be respected and not reaped unthinkingly. Even though I have just been destroying trees all over the place. So I got these establishment period things. And then you collect different cards, like you get land expansion, which increases your influence over the land. I've got smart sculpting, so I can double click and that'll do that, and I believe I have cliff sculpting as well. And also you collect resources to provide to unlock things. So as we can see here, mud brick lodges. Not sure if this is a graphical glitch or if it's intended, but you have to collect a certain amount of each resource to unlock it, and then people start building it. So I need 1 more timber to get mud brick lodges. 2 advance until the expansion period. So yes, I need to get 2 more cards, so family and mud brick lodges, and then I'll move on to expansion, I think. And then I've gotten certain special cards like the wild man, who lives in isolated abodes, like from doing this thing right in the middle, which I've sort of already talking about, Mount of the Gods, which is just like separate kind of mini missions that let you go to battle against another AI god for now. Now I did actually discover this, which is a temple of multiplayer, so I don't know whether I can bring another person to be a second god on my save, or whether I can now like play against other players, like I've learned enough. So I'll look into doing that with one of my friends, and I'll see if I can record it. But I don't know whether this is going to be a series or not. I'll base that on any feedback that I get. But yeah, I thought well, firstly I wanted to play a bit of the game myself before I showed you, and then wouldn't know anything about it. But now you can see like a bit more of the features. I also don't know what this is. I think it's some kind of gold or copper or something. But I just sort of found it and I've left it. And as you can see, this greyed out terrain is the stuff I don't have access to. And if I hold down right click here, it's a Shrine of Expansion, which will not actually expand, not for an hour, or until I send villagers or my population to go and build it. So let's release some more people from their houses so that they can come and build these other plots that I prepared earlier. So there you go, there's the wild man. And yeah, you just click and just destroy bits and bobs like that, just to be able to create more space for your followers to live on. And I do have cliff dragging now, so I can drag this out to create enough space here. Right, so down here there seems to be a chest which contains resource cards, so let's have a look. Timber, so this is my last one for mud brick lodges, which is excellent. So now people can finally start building these things. So now all I need is 3 more felt for the family card, and then I'll finally be in the expansion period. So if we ignore, okay, Ignore all the sounds coming from my AirPod. Just about 10 minutes in, I'll go on for another like 5 minutes. So the Temple of Fertility. I don't know what this necessarily does. I assume that it just means houses around it produce population faster. Let's collect this. Presumably, yeah, next settlement will cost 10,000. Now over here, there's an area of blighted land, which is this kind of place, where your people will automatically become ill, like this, when walking through it. And sometimes, after a while, people become ill and then they eventually die. I don't think there's any way you can stop that, which is why I mostly have people just kept indoors where they can't die. Because if they die, you lose belief. And you can click them to restore their health and like extend their life. But I'm going to try, I've never done this before, I'm going to try using the beautify thing, where I'm supposed to click and drag to clean up this blighted land. So now it's lovely, beautiful land. Oh, isn't that nice? And it looks like, because this land is now brighter than the other land, I could use that on the other terrain. So I think I'm just going to use that again to clean up all of this blight, because we do not want it slowing down and making my people ill. There we go. It's a tiny patch there, but that doesn't really matter. So yeah, everything's all sparkly and nice. I believe that's all of the plots that I've built for over here. And I can't see, so this one is the Shrine of Power. I think that just gives you increased belief generation in houses near it. So let's go collect some more belief. So you require belief to manipulate the land, but you get belief for like destroying trees, like so. But it's kind of slow to do that at this point. So these are like village folk, and these are workers. So it seems that whenever you build a settlement, it creates these villagers who walk around even if you didn't produce them. And I don't know what they do. I mean, they're buying things from the trade stalls or something. Also, interestingly, up here we've got 100 gems, which is an upgrade store, and it says there is no shop. And I don't know if that's something by the developers saying we don't have a shop in the game yet, or, you know, if we're in the primitive age, we don't know how to use shopping yet. So buying upgrades with things. So here I've got my totem, which allows you to call all of your worshippers to a particular location to try and get them to do something there. Like for example, if I wanted to get people to come up here, I could do that and then they could do this. And you can kind of influence just on the edge of your terrain, but you should just build where you can. So as you can see, these guys are kind of wandering around, and these guys can't actually get down here, so I need to like give them a little bit of space. Can you do it now? No. Come on, guys. You can get down there. Easily. Nope. Don't want to be destroying my houses. But yeah, there's cool little sound effects in this game, like people shouting when they come out of houses. Yo. They're like, yo, yeah. But I'm fairly sure that I started my civilization with 2 men, so I don't know how we got this many people. Yeah, or maybe it was a woman. I just like didn't zoom in and see if it really was. Okay, that's good. So I've pretty much shown most of what my settlement is right now. I mean, I'll take you back again to my original like desert area. Now, I'm not really sure whether I should be destroying these houses and rebuilding them as better ones, which you can do just by pulling this terrain in. Just pull the terrain in, wait for the house to be destroyed, and then let it be rebuilt again, and then I'll just call people out, and then they can come and build this. But I don't know if they're just going to summon the same grey building, Let's completely destroy the plot. There we go. So that got rid of the people inside. So now we've built a brand new building here. And this is size 2. So it might actually be a mud brick lodge. Oh, and you can see the colour is slightly changing. That's because once you discover calendar, there is a day-night cycle where apparently people start like going to bed and actually having a routine. So yeah, this is just going to be a cabin. And for building it, then you'd get a gem. But at the moment, I've been locked at 100 gems since the start of the game, and I haven't gained any. But yeah, like, hang on, let's just collect the belief from my 2 settlements. And I think I'll leave it at that for this kind of showcase episode. And I think I will do another one, at least in single player, to show you a game of Mount of the Gods. So I've done the first 2, and if you just click it, it's like this bot girl called Amy. She's just like talking to you. Got someone for you to meet. Blah blah blah. She's Bella. But yeah, I'll be doing that next episode. And hopefully you enjoyed this one. So give your feedback. Get it on Steam because it's now available and is a really fun game and very addictive. Be prepared to sink a lot of time into it. But yeah, and I've only just begun this game. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you for episode 2.